Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Referral Exchange Networking's Business Enrichment Series. As we always say, it isn't easy to compete with companies that are bigger than you and have greater resources. However, as we say, you can have the advantage of being smarter than they are. No one can tell you how much you can learn and how much of an asset you can be. That's why education is critical for small businesses. And that's why we at Referral Exchange strive to make you just a little bit smarter every week. So let's get right to it. A little change in perspective can change everything. I was recently reminded of this by my good friend and constant source of inspiration, Galen App, aka the Style Sherpa. You can actually check out her website at thestylesherpa.com. In her recent YouTube video, Making Quantum Leaps, she spoke about how a shift in perspective need not be a giant quantum leap, but instead can simply be a small shift away from normal, which yields a totally different perspective. She gave the example of lenticulars. Now, although you may not be familiar with the word, you have definitely seen examples. It's a technology used in printing where lenticular lenses are used to create a printed image with an illusion of depth. Essentially, two different images are produced, each printed on a separate substrate, paper, coffee mugs, pens, whatever. Then an ultra-thin lenticular plastic is aligned with the interlaced images so that when the viewer changes their perspective just a bit, the alternate image appears. Now, I, for one, have always thought, how do they do that? Well, now I know, and so do you. So this prompted me to ask, what if I used Galen's change of perspective notion as a way to view my business? If we align our perspective through the eyes of our clients, how we approach and market our businesses may change dramatically. There can be great strategic advantages with the proper perspective. First and foremost, don't allow the vision you already have for your company to solely focus in on what you need. Your primary focus point should be on what your client needs. Now, don't take this to suggest that you ignore your own values, your style, your creativity, and yes, even your vision for your company. Lay these out first, keep them top of mind, and you'll never go wrong. In his book, Getting Everything You Can Out of All You've Got, Jay Abraham defines the difference between a customer and a client. A customer is a person who purchases a commodity or service. That's it. While a client is, quote, a person who is under the protection of another. Now, as the author clarifies, there's a massive difference in the way a person who does business with you could or should be treated. To be under your protection means that you don't sell people a product or service just so you can make a large one-time profit. A better option is to understand and appreciate exactly what your client needs whenever they do business with you, even if they're unable to articulate that exact result themselves. Once you know what they need, you can lead them to that outcome, and you become a trusted advisor who protects them. And they have a reason to remain your client for a lifetime. So your business is actually a real life lenticular. It can project two different images depending on their perspective, and you can't afford to ignore either of them. Carl Jung, Swiss psychiatrist, psychoanalyst, and philosopher wrote, "Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." Well, that's it for this week. I hope you got something out of it. If you'd like to talk about anything you just heard, or you'd like to know how you can grow your business by joining a Referral Exchange networking chapter, or even how to start your own chapter, reach out to me at raustin@referralexchangenetworking.com. That's exchange with an X. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, by clicking on the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of this video. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next week. Take care.